we are privileged and honored to have a special guest, a renowned Catholic priest who's been under the radar for quite some time. Ladies and gentlemen, today, for the first time in many years, he's here to speak out and, of course, inspire us with his great life journey stories. Twesimye nnyo, Father Anthony Musaala.
Thank you very much, Charles, for welcoming me to your show. I'm very blessed to be here and to share whatever of my life with the listeners of WBS.
I was expecting to see you all dressed up in a robe, and I've never seen you so casual and so comfortable the way you are today.
Okay. Well, you know, people associate priests with clothes. You know, it's like a priest has to wear a collar and a shirt and a black cassock and all these sort of things. So I don't know, people maybe they think we go to bed in them as well. You know, which is not true.
That's what we imagine.
But actually, they're just they're clothes which identify us as priests. But you know, we also have other clothes that we wear.
Okay.
And it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's such a peaceful home. You can hear the birds. It's so relaxing to be here. How is this place and what have you been up to?
Well, this is my home and you're most welcome. I'm very blessed that this is where my father used to live.
The same area, the same place?
Yes. In fact, just next door is my father's old house. He passed away in 1986, and so he's actually buried there. My father's buried there, and my mother and my grandfather's. This is everything.
Some of us go like thousands of miles away to get home.
Well,
you're just here within town, Gayaza.
Just here, so we're very blessed.
Let's get the show warmed up with the selection of your music. Father Musaala, you're doing the choice today on Goldies. We are excited. We'd love to have the kind of music, the taste that you love. Okay. What will be your first song today on the show?
Okay, you know, when I was younger, you know, I grew up in the pop culture of pop music, and I was really inspired by many songs as I grew up. Sometimes usually by the words, usually by the music, but also sometimes by the words. And to me, a song is beautiful when the words and the music just fit together perfectly. Yes. You know, and so there are some songs that are like that, and one of them for me is the song "Imagine" by the Beatles.
Oh wow, that's a classic.
It's a beautiful song.
Yes.
And you know, it just fits together. So you know, that's a song that I really like.
All right, cool. Stay tuned. More right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are shooting from Gayaza at the home of our special guest, Father Anthony Musaala, a Catholic priest and a contemporary gospel artist. So what have you been up to? We've not heard from you, we've not seen you. I expect we'll maybe go on YouTube and watch your videos, but we've not heard from you in a very long time. Okay. What have you been up to?
Well, I'm very well. I feel very healthy and very happy. And okay, I think, you know, when people say, oh, we haven't seen you, where have you been, and all this kind of thing. I don't know, maybe maybe people expect me to be in the media, doing things, you know, on television or whatever. There he is in the
maybe
papers,
coming out with a new song or something like that.
Or so on and so forth. But actually, I think even before, my life didn't revolve around being in the media. Occasionally, it would happen that I would be in the media for one reason or another. But the work of a priest is mostly hidden. You work in a parish, or you go and give crusades, or, you know, people come to you for counseling and so on. So that's not really media stuff.
Yes.
So it's not like being You know, if you're an artist, like say a secular artist, you need the media. You have to feed off the media so that people know you're alive and you can sell the next album and this kind of thing.
Yes.
So for me, it's not really terribly important to always be in the...
To make public appearances.
To make public appearances.
Okay.
So I've been doing many of the things that I usually do quietly.
Have you been in the country?
I've been in and out of the country.
Oh, okay. I guess you've been a lot outside the country.
And
you travel quite a lot.
I travel quite a lot. You know, there are some people who are travelers. I happen to have this thing of traveling. I always find myself needing to go somewhere, to do something. I'm not a sit-at-home type of person. So people might invite me to go and give a conference or a rally, or friends might invite me to go somewhere. So I go if I'm invited.
This almost crossed my mind. Tell us about this cross and why you have it hanging here.
Well, you know, the cross is the symbol of our faith. And since this is my home, I thought to myself, well, I need to have the most important symbol in my home. It's just a reminder of who I am and who is most important in my life. It's Jesus Christ. So this cross is a symbol of Christ and his presence. And it's a white cross. And white symbolizes peace. So whenever I look at this cross or come to this cross, I just sometimes sit here and pray, and I feel a lot of peace.
Yes. Tell us about your upbringing. Where were you born?
I was born in a country called Ireland. Ireland is, if you look at where Britain is, so there are two, you know, there's Britain, which is like a triangle, and next to it there is Ireland.
A small island.
A small island called Ireland. So
how did you end up there?
my parents went to Ireland in 1954 to study. My father went to study law and took my mother with him. So during the course of their being in Ireland, I was born in 1956. My father went to study in Dublin in 1954. It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I was born there in 1956. And then we moved to the United Kingdom, to London, which is where I grew up. I don't have any memory of Ireland because we left when I was 2 years old and we went to live in London.
So when did you move to Uganda?
We moved to Uganda in 1964. 64, so I must have been 8 years old, 8.5 years old.
Okay.
It was a mystery. It was an exciting adventure because when we lived in England, we had no knowledge of what Africa is like, what Uganda is like. So we were at school, in boarding school there, and then the time came, you know, for us to come to Uganda. So we came, and it was wonderful. It was interesting. It was challenging. All the new things, the new language, the new
Adopting
food.
to the culture and all that.
Yeah, it was because, you know, you grow up and at that age you have the mind of an English child. It was all very new and it took some getting used to. And
studying, so you went ahead and
yes, I went to
Uganda?
Nakasero Primary School,
okay.
which is in Kampala. And at that time, there are very few Africans in the school. I mean, there must have been, you know, 10 or 20 Africans in the school. They're mostly
White.
Mostly whites and Asians.
Okay.
And it was a very nice school.
And the Luganda, how did you learn the Luganda? Because I know
that,
you
that
speak
happened when I
fluent
went
Luganda.
to Kisubi, because I went to Savio for P7 and then to SMAC, St. Mary's College.
So at home, what language were you guys speaking?
We spoke
growing
English.
up?
We grew up speaking a lot of English, and it's only later on that Luganda kind of came on tap.
Okay.
So
Nekati Oluganda olwogerera ddala
Oluganda kati ndwogera bulungi. Waliwo byengwamu naye ngenda nterera.
Okay.
So I'm bilingual.
Okay, Father Musaala, twende kwa nyimbo ingine. Ungependa nyimbo gani kwa Goldies Show?
Ningependa nyimbo inaitwa Malaika.
Malaika?
Sababu hiyo ni nyimbo inaimbwa kwa Kiswahili. Sasa hiyo nyimbo ninapenda sana. Sababu ni nyimbo ya zamani na kweli ilikuwa nyimbo ya upendo.
Inakukumbusa nani huyo yeye nyimbo?
Sasa si mtu, lakini tuseme ni nyimbo ambayo inaimbwa kuhusu upendo. Mtu ambaye na mtu anampenda lakini hawezi kumpata sababu ana hela na ni malaika. So it's a wonderful romantic song about, you know, this guy, you know, he wants to marry this girl but he doesn't have any money, but he's malaika, the angel for him. So